We can say something which is most polluted right now is the thoughts.
What is the daily mental hygiene that one should follow?
Ayurveda has very intelligently inculcated mental hygiene into physical hygiene.
What are the next steps that a person should do for their mental hygiene?
Something which is not that prevalent anymore, which used to be prevalent, is called Anjanum.
What other techniques should I do for mental detox?
One very interesting one. Consumption of beetle leaf.
Pan?
Pan Kapha.
Wow.
5 to 10 such sets will not only help with mental clarity, focus, calming our mind down, but in my practical experience, I've also seen
Anything during the day that I should be very careful of if I want to have a good, strong mental health?
Ahar Sanyam, Vihar Sanyam, Vichar Sanyam, Vyavahar Sanyam. That is what throughout the day.
We all know how important it is to take care of our body in this day and age. We brush our teeth, we go to the bathroom, we take all the nutrition possible for a good skin, good hair, and good health. But what about our mind? Does mind also need something on a daily basis? Does it need a mental brushing, a detox of sorts? Today joining me is Dr. Anirudh Sehra, who is going to tell us what is our daily mental hygiene. What is that Ayurvedic dincharya that you should follow so that your mind is not cluttered, and that daily decluttering, how can we really achieve it on its own? What are the best Ayurveda hacks out there, and what you can do sitting at home to take care of your mind? Welcome, Dr. Anirudh.
Thank you.
Dr. Sehra, this is a very, very important aspect of our lives these days because mind determines आपकी body कैसे act करे. Mind determines how your body acts, how your physiology is, how beautiful, how your skin also looks is also determined by what decision your mind makes.
Yeah.
But most people don't really do a regular check on their mind.
Yeah.
What is the daily mental hygiene that one should follow?
For mental hygiene, we have to understand we were talking about detox of mind, right?
Yeah.
तो ये समझना है कि टॉक्सिन क्या है माइंड के लिए. So we know about air pollution, we know about water pollution, we know about soil pollution now. मगर इन सबसे ज़्यादा एक बड़ा pollution भी है, विचार का pollution.
Mind pollution.
Yes, mind pollution, thought pollution. So if we can say something which is most polluted right now, it's the thoughts. Thoughts of people, personal thoughts, everything, right? In general, thoughts get polluted very easily.
Okay.
That is something we need to detox. So if we are talking about cleaning mind, what are we actually cleaning? We are cleaning the thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Because they are polluted. They are some other way affected by what is going on around.
Yeah.
And by our actions, or our own afflictions. इन सभी चीज़ों से हमारे थॉट्स अफेक्टेड है, polluted है, and उन्हीं को क्लीन करना है.
Yep.
Right? To answer your question, what can we do? Is there a mental detox?
Yes.
Is there a regimen we should follow? So Ayurveda has very intelligently inculcated mental hygiene into physical hygiene.
How is that?
As soon as we wake up in the morning, as per the dinacharya to be followed by Ayurveda, the very first thing when we wake up, when we sit on the bed, we have to close our eyes and just contemplate about our body. That is the first thing told in Ayurveda. To contemplate about the body from head to toe. That yes, it is there. I have woken up. For the very first thing that yes, I have woken up. Many people sleep and don't wake up.
That's true.
So the very first thing that I woke up, my body is there, it's intact, it's in good health, expressing gratitude for that.
So that is the first step that Ayurveda recommends.
That is the first step.
All right.
That is one. And then comes snana, bathing. Many types of bathing is told in Ayurveda. Water bathing, oil bathing, churna bathing. All these with the powders, with water, with oil, and with the mantra. Bathing is told. So what are we cleaning with the mantra? We're cleaning our mind.
So have a morning ritual of, a mantra chant or saying a mantra.
Yes.
Like I say the Karagre Vaste Lakshmi, Karmadhya
Karmadhya
Saraswati,
Saraswati.
Karmule Sthita Brahm, Prabhate Kar Darshanam.
Yes.
So you're just, accessing those higher powers to be helping you to start your day and cleansing your mind. Just as I said it, I felt really better. I've been feeling a little sick. So yes, it does work. So mantra snan, whatever you choose, whatever your gurus have given you.
Yes.
And this is something very generic that can be used by anyone and everyone. Other than mantra snans.
Mantra snan, normal snan also has effect on mind.
Okay, which do you prefer, cold or warm showers?
I prefer cold showers.
Okay. Does Ayurveda have a special place for cold showers?
If dosha is kept in mind, then it helps in alertness.
Okay.
Then it helps in spiritual progress. Then it helps for a lot of things. Even to relieve physical stress, it helps.
So tell me, for which dosha would you recommend what kind of shower?
If Vata is increased a lot, I would not advise them to go for cold showers.
Like people who usually have pains in their body.
Yes, people who have pains, people who are anxious.
And dryness.
Yes, and dryness. So for them, it's good to go for Sukhoshna. Means lukewarm water.
Okay.
That's better. Very hot water is prohibited in Ayurveda.
Yeah.
Because it leads to debilitation of dhatus. Above Jatru, Urdhva Jatrugat, above the neck,
is not recommended
at all.
So head should not be washed with hot or warm water as well.
Yeah.
So use like normal tap water or
as much as possible.
Okay.
Provided your Vata is in check, provided you don't have any other issue, other ailment, then in general, this is what can be told, because it leads to reduction of our sensory powers.
Showering with
hot water
or warm water
reduces sensory perceptions ko, uski power ko kam karta hai. This is very clearly told in Ayurveda.
So we have to be careful of hot water.
Yes. Hair fall bhi hota hai, hot water sar pe dalne se.
That's true.
So eyes bhi weak hoti hain. Hearing capacity also gets affected. All these things are there, very clearly told. Similarly, steam should also not be given above the neck. Right? People often ask this question that in our spas, whole body sauna is there, whole body steam is there. Why doesn't Ayurveda inculcate that? Why do they have that weird box to sit in
which you're putting steam?
In which you put steam. And
the head is out. Head is out of that box.
Yes, because it's very scientific.
Yeah.
We're not going for aesthetics at that time. We're going for the science. Yes, above that, it's not good. So this, coming to steam, is also a very good way, not only to detoxify our physical body toxins, but even mental toxins.
Steam is one of the therapies also, and one can do it at home as well.
There's various ways to do Swedan. One is Bashpa Sweda, of course, the water steam. Another one is workout. That is also a type of Swedan. Sweating it out. Creating heat inside the body in the morning. This removes excess kleda, which is a form of kapha, coverings, which are also in our mind when we wake up. As soon as we wake up, are we able to do all the calculations and each and everything, comprehend? Because there is kleda, because there is kapha. So this is another thing.
Kapha is that sticky, the unctuous quality, which can, layer up on your cells and tissues, especially if you eat a lot of sweet, heavy, oily based foods, and if you have the tendency to. And what you're saying is, when you wake up in the morning, that kapha is a little already there. So you need to activate and remove that kapha layer to go on with a good, clear mental health.
Yes.
And mental health cleansing is not only snan or swedan, right? So tell us more about, other practices that you should do beyond all of this.
So after bathing, usually what comes is oral hygiene, right? Dant dhavan, we say in Ayurveda. Dant dhavan, kaval, gandush. These are three practices which are not just oral hygiene. They again help us in sharpening our senses. The rasa, the tastes of the medicines or herbs told to be used in oral hygiene is Katutik Kashayam.
Bitter, pungent, and astringent.
But what we usually do now is opposite of that. We are asking, kya aapke toothpaste mein namak hai? And
you're using salty taste or sweet taste. Which is quite opposite of what your toothpaste should be like. Okay.
What does it do? Not only helps in oral hygiene, scrapes off the kapha or the ama which is present in the mouth, the toxins which are present in the mouth, but also I told, helps in cleansing the senses, better speech, better mental clarity, better thought integration, how to utilize this thought, what not to do, what to do, contemplation. This all becomes better. This added on with kaval, rinsing the mouth with oil is a very good therapy. Oil pulling has become famous in the world now.
Yeah.
So this originates from hair, and it's actually not just oral care. It's also mental care.
So you're saying oil pulling can also help with mental health?
Yes.
It helps cleanses your mind as well. So oil pulling, that's something that people should add if they don't have it. What next?
Abhyangam acharet nityam. Another beautiful therapy which we can include every day is Abhyanga. So full body massage with warm oil, preferably sesame oil, is a very good therapy, not only to lubricate our joints, not only to strengthen our muscles, not only just for physical strength, but also for calming our Vata of the mind, the restlessness of mind, to calm all that down, to regulate a lot of things.
Yeah.
For a better sleep, for a relaxed day. This is very good. We need to learn how to do self-Abhyanga.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only that we go to a spa or a center and then we get full body Abhyanga, which we call in Ayurveda as massage.
I think like the basics of that, because I use Vata oil, warm Vata oil every day. And the basics of that for people who don't know is that you're supposed to go with longer strokes on your extremities
of your hair.
In the direction of your hair. It's not like waxing. It's not going in the opposite direction. It's going in the direction of your hair. And over the joints, it has to be circular. So if it's your elbows, you have to massage like this. I think those are the tiny basics of Abhyanga.
Bilkul.
And most people don't connect Abhyanga to mental health care. But it does such a difference. Because when I started, doing Abhyanga with Vata oil, I noticed that it's not only my body which relaxes. And it's not the massage. I have used a lot of oils in the past. It's not only the massage practice. It's the whole combination of best herbal oil with the massage combination.
Yes.
When it's perfect, then both mental health and physical health are taken care of. And you feel so calm. Just by massaging your body. I'm not even talking about my head. I'm talking only about my body. 10 minute or even a 5-minute Abhyanga. If you get 5 minutes, just do 5 minutes Abhyanga and, give 10 minutes to your body to kind of cool down and then take shower. Just see the difference. It's that one difference in my life which has, made me much calmer.
It does wonders. And this is where warm water shower would be recommended.
Yeah.
Because we are using oil. So it gets more absorbed, pores get open. So definitely.
So if you're doing Abhyanga, we should do a warm water shower after that. Okay. So after Abhyanga, what are we doing?
like you said, no, people are not realizing how much importance physical things have on mental health also. Like they don't realize of Abhyanga. Somewhere that awareness is coming now with skincare. Like girls who have had a tough day, they just go for a good skincare routine. They feel relaxed. I couldn't understand that before. When I used to see my wife, like, hey, give me my time. I need to do my skincare in the night for 15 minutes. I was like, how is that helping you?
How does that help your mental health?
Yeah.
But I think with women, what I've noticed with their mental health is every phase of the cycle, their emotions are kind of driven by that cycle. Majority of women, especially women who don't meditate or who are not in touch with their, inner self, a lot of their confidence, a lot of their mental health is dependent on the hormones that are regulating or being regulated during that time. Your wife doing that skincare routine is just another way of combating that, the hormonal changes that happen during the cycle. Especially for me, what I've noticed is there are days when I'm just unnecessarily bloated. and it is related to my cycle. But that also determines how my mental health will be, because I'm looking fluffy, I'm looking much chubbier, then I'm not.
So true. Like this is where I learned from my wife that self-love is the most important thing.
Okay.
This is what I was missing. Because I didn't prioritize my personal health and just kept on working for other things. But when I saw her do this and saw her enjoy this so much, she taught me basically that self-love, this mere small act of skincare, is actually beyond this.
So Abhyanga is skincare of a sort.
Absolutely. That's
right?
why this is so much linked, right?
Abhyanga is a sort of skincare. And
Yes.
for women out there who have water retention as well, Abhyanga is pretty good for them as well, because it does tend to drain out your excess water retention or the bloating or face puffiness that you have. Go for Abhyanga, it'll really do wonders. What are the next steps that a person should do for their mental hygiene?
Something which is not that prevalent anymore, which used to be prevalent, is called Anjanum. Application of collyrium, kajal in our eyelids, in below the eyes, for the lacrimal glands. This was not just again for sensory sharpness, not only for the beauty, but also, of course, worked on improving eyesight. Along with that, it was a great measure of mental health. Anjan Prayog in Manas Rog is a very underrated field. And when I was studying about it, I wanted to try it so bad that one day I, along with my Dravyaguna professor, we were like, let's make it and let's try it. So I was the only boy going around with kajal in my eyes. People thought he has gone crazy. But I felt so fresh. In the morning, the moment I applied that kajal which we had made with the herbs, I used to feel that, okay, there was some sharpness, some clarity.
Yeah.
I could sense that.
But can I make this at home?
Yes, you can.
So tell me, like, if you can tell my viewers how to make their own Anjanum.
Simple cow ghee. We light a wick. And over that, we put a vessel. Katori rakh sakte hain. Ya fir if they have an earthen vessel, we can keep over that. And after a while, that black soot
So just with plain cow ghee is also okay.
is also okay. It's a good start. And that, of course, it will not stay for the whole day. It's not waterproof. It's not all that.
You know, permanent.
Yeah.
But how many times do you recommend to apply this for mental health?
Well, it was an experiment for me also. So I did it once in a day.
Okay.
At least we can start with one. I am yet to explore how much more benefit it can have and how much more benefit it can have in patients also.
Yeah.
Because medicated Anjan or kajal has been told in Ayurveda to be used. So this is a topic of, research.
Okay. So next time when you come, you will do some research on this and let us know.
Next time I'll wear it and come.
Okay. Anjanum, what after that?
Eyes se niche aa gaye, fir hum nose, nasyam. Pratimarsh nasyam. Pratimarsh means which can be practiced daily. So this is like a shot of energy.
Okay.
During my exam days, it was very hard for me to wake up early. What I would do is I would keep a small bottle of Anu Telam over my phone. So as soon as the alarm rang, I knew my hand would go over it and I would pick that Nasyam bottle.
Yeah.
Then I would switch off the alarm and immediately go for putting those nasal drops in my nose. And energy, bolt-like energy, I could feel very evidently.
So this Nasyam, putting oil in your nostrils helps lubricate nourishes your nerves. What does it do?
First of all, it cleanses
It
your
cleanses.
sotas, your sinuses also, your nose also, and it cleanses your thoughts also. We're talking about mental hygiene.
Yes.
So it cleanses because as soon as it goes inside, a lot of it comes outside also.
Yeah, through its throat. And you have to throw that out.
Yes, you have to spit it out.
Yeah.
So it's taking a lot of dosha and then it's coming out. Nasyam in high quantity, in good dosage and in specific medicine form is called Shiro Virechanam.
You'll have to explain that to my viewers.
So Virechanam is a Panchkarma therapy where loose stools are initiated.
Sort of a purgation.
Sort of a purgation. by a medical professional in a complete medical setup.
Okay.
So through that, physical doshas are expelled out of the body.
Yeah.
Right? Similar purgation is happening of this seed of doshas, and that is being expelled out, and that's why Nasyam is being called over here Shiro Virechanam.
So purgation of the head.
Purgation of the head. My grandfather used to say this, that if you want to treat a mental condition, you should do purgation of the head. Whenever we put something in the nose and it's coming out of our mouth, basically we are doing a mental detox.
Yeah. Because that's why sneezing is, so common when you have a lot of cough
Yes.
in the head.
Yes.
It's a natural way of body to expel that.
Yes.
And sneezing also should not be stopped.
Should not be stopped.
It's one of those natural urges
Yes.
that should not be stopped at all.
Absolutely.
It should be freely done. All right. Other than this, you've told me about this Nasyam. What other techniques should I do for mental detox?
One very interesting one. Consumption of beetle leaf.
Pan.
Pan kapat.
Wow.
It's told in Ayurveda very clearly.
A lot of the oldies watching this will be really happy because they might have their pandan sitting next to them.
But there's a catch in this, right? Like, it should be consumed with the herbs told in Ayurveda.
Okay.
The medical effect of pan ka patta, tambul, we say in Ayurveda,
Tambulam, yeah.
is one, of course, it helps in cleansing of the senses. Again, clarity of mind is told. It's kapha hara in nature. It reduces the kapha. So the mental fog, all those things clogging in our head, the thoughts which are not able to clear it out. Tambul sevan is told in Dinacharya.
Oh, wow.
And it's a part
But
of
if people who are sitting at home, you don't need to add supari or tobacco to it. Just have the pan ka patta.
Have pan ka patta
Plain.
with lavanga, with long.
That's how it's offered to the gods as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And body is also a temple.
Yes.
And we have to offer it to ourselves also like that.
With one clove and one beetle leaf. That should be done in the morning, empty stomach.
In the morning, yes.
Empty stomach. To cleanse your mind. Wow, this is something I did not know. I think I'm definitely going to try it.
So we have covered almost everything physically which we can do for cleaning the mind. Now, we talked about mantra before. Adding on to that, meditation is the biggest thing, is the most important thing we should include. And TM, for example, transcendental meditation, is a very beautiful way of passively regulating your thoughts. We often forget to see the mirror of mind.
Yeah.
In the morning, we usually go to the bathroom and see ourselves how we are looking. But we don't see is what is going on in ourselves, in our mind.
Yeah.
So meditation is a very good way to look at ourselves, to understand what's happening, to naturally control the thoughts.
And with transcendental meditation, it's not so much controlling. It's more about, letting go of all the thoughts that cover.
Yes, it's a natural process.
Yeah, it's a very natural, spontaneous process where you transcend the boundaries of thoughts.
Yeah.
And when you access that, deeper level of consciousness, deeper states of the mind, automatically you get that energy and power from that reservoir. Any pranayams that you recommend? Because usually we do pranayam before meditation.
Yes.
What would you recommend to those who want a mental detox?
Nadi Shuddhi Pranayam. It always comes up whenever there is a discussion of mental health. Because it's literally, the word means Nadi Shuddhi. It's cleansing the nadis, the srotas, the channels of the mind.
Yeah.
Manovaha srotas is the channels which are there in our body, but connected to our mind.
Yeah.
So we are basically cleansing Manovaha srotas.
Yeah.
And for that, one very good way is Nadi Shuddhi Pranayam. Alternate breathing or
alternate nostril
vilom.
breathing.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are the names. We should start with that with a very slow pace, and then see what works for us, what pace works for us.
Yeah.
This is the way we should start. And then again, Bhastrika is another pranayam where not only we are expelling out air forcibly from our nose, with pressure from our nose, but also pranayam means we are also putting thought into it. Otherwise, it would be sasayam. If only there is thought attached to our breathing, it becomes pranayama.
So it helps the prana in your body flow
Absolutely.
much better because of this breathing.
Yes.
Just opening up those channels so that the prana can flow easily.
Absolutely. Whenever there is no clog of thoughts, prana will flow easily.
But tell me this, what about Kapalbhati? Because that itself means cleansing of your skull.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? So do you recommend that in Ayurveda?
Yes. So Vastrika and Kapalbhati go hand in hand.
Okay.
Yes. We should definitely inculcate that. And these three, along with Brahmari and Shanmukhi, this is a good set of pranayam which we can practice for
the mind.
15-20 minutes. Pranayam is for the mind. And of course, it will affect the body also.
Yeah.
But yes, it's definitely going to help people. 20-minute regimen of pranayam can be practiced anywhere, generally empty stomach, in offices, before meetings, before talks. This is something which calms the nerves also down.
Yeah.
And people can practice very easily.
Tell me this, this is for my viewers who sit in offices all day under air conditioning. Should they do pranayam under air conditioning?
Now, just yesterday, there was someone who was saying that my wife has a very strong notion that we should not do pranayam in Delhi because of the air pollution.
It makes sense. So how do we control that?
We cannot control what is not in our hands, right?
That's true.
We should strengthen our own system, and pranayam helps us to do that. My suggestion is, wherever possible, we should do it. But of course, if it's in an environment which is open, which does not have pollution, it's the best.
It's the best.
But wherever possible, at least, let's start. If we start to limit cities like this, then no one would be doing pranayama.
But what about air conditioning? Because that is supposed to be very Vata aggravate.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's an environment which is not at all healthy for physical and mental wellness. But if it's something which cannot be controlled,
then you have to do it.
Then you have to do it. But definitely, if there's a balcony, you can go out.
Or if there's somewhere open and you take a break.
Yes.
In the morning or evening.
Absolutely.
Then just do your 5-minute pranayama outside.
Absolutely. Especially in schools also, children should be taught that. Now even their schools are air conditioned.
Yes.
So they should go out. They should take breaks during exam. While writing exam also, they can do proper breathing, and then to help them to focus better.
So Nadi Shodhan,
which can be practiced anywhere, in office setting also, school settings also. And just we do this Nasika Mudra, and bend first 2 fingers and extend our thumb and last fingers. Place our thumb over the right nostril. Start inhalation from the left. Close our left nostril. Exhale slowly from our right nostril. Hold for a while, and then inhale from the right nostril. Close it, and exhale from left nostril. So this was one set.
Okay.
5 to 10 such sets will not only help with mental clarity, focus, calming our mind down, but in my practical experience, I've also seen palpitations go down like this.
That's why you recommended it for the kids.
For the kids, that's why I recommended it for panic attacks.
Nadi Shodhan. Okay. Anything during the day that I should be very careful of if I want to have a good, strong mental health?
Ahar Sanyam, Vihar Sanyam, Vichar Sanyam, Vyavahar Sanyam. That is what throughout the day, each and every act, if it's under the purview of discipline of food, of our behavior, of our thoughts, then definitely it will help me to keep my mental health fit and fine.
What about social media, phones?
We should know what to consume, what not to consume. Diet is not just physical, it's also mental diet.
Yeah.
What kind of books are we reading? What kind of content are we consuming? Content creation has become very popular. So we should limit and control our content consumption.
How many hours, or not even hours, how many minutes can I spend on the phone?
For children, I usually recommend parents to not allow them beyond 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because to me, when they come, their habits, it's like 3 hours, 4 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours in COVID. It was started, and then now it has become like that. Whole day of screen, whole day of content consumption. And not only for children, for men also. There are so many men who are just sitting at shops. Whenever a customer comes, they do the job. Otherwise, they sit and consume content throughout the day.
Wow.
And they are not able to come out of that loop because it's the dopamine rush it's giving again and again. It's a sense of satisfaction, small sense of happiness, and it keeps changing.
Yeah. Or watching, like continuous series on Netflix or different OTT platforms.
It hooks us.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to, first of all, identify it, that this is something problematic, then limit it, include that everywhere. For example, in my phone, I have switched off the colors. I've used black and white phone, even in this phone, in the smartphone. So what is the reason? So that my senses are aligned, that I am very well aware of which app I need to open. It shouldn't be out of habit that I open it up, a bright pink color icon is appearing
to attract you,
and then I click on it, and then I'm mindlessly scrolling.
Yeah, so that's the hack you're using for yourself.
That's the hack I use.
Okay.
That I use a black and white phone. I don't put any app on my home screen. So to open any app, I need to type it. INSTAGR. And in this process, if actually I have to learn something, I'll open it. Otherwise, I realize, there's nothing valuable.
I think that's a great hack. I think it's brilliant that, you've developed this thing to control yourself, to discipline yourself.
We have to see what works for people.
So everybody has to find out their own way. Maintaining their discipline.
Some people have to switch off the phone.
What about young adults? You didn't mention how much can they watch?
If they are driven, if they have aspirations, then they shouldn't watch more than 20 minutes. 10 minutes,
Really?
20 minutes. Yeah.
A lot of people out there.
And then limit it to just weekends if they want to relax.
Just weekends.
Yeah. Because this is the time they need to build their careers. This is the time they need to build their lives, their families. Yeah. So this is not something to rely upon.
Quite contrary to what our younger generation is
doing. I myself indulge in these things so many times that I have to use such hacks to come out of it and realize that no, this is not something.
Because it is quite addictive.
It is.
It attracts you like anything.
Yes.
I think this was a brilliant conversation, Dr. Anirudh. We've had such a nice day with you, such nice conversations.
I feel the same. It was very interesting, and the way you could share what you went through also, and what kind of challenges most people go through. It's so great that we could address that, and I hope this helps people.
It will. I think these were some brilliant suggestions, hacks that you pointed out, and how your mental dincharya should be. We all have a physical dincharya, and there's already a video on it in the Ayurvedic body clock. But how should you live mentally throughout the day, as well as how your morning routine should be, so that your entire day is full of bliss, is clear, there is a focus, there is a strength in your mind. This is what Dr. Sehra has informed us about. And there are some really, really nice small additions, small life hacks that you can add to your morning routine, to your daily routine, to maintain that mental strength. Thank you so much, Dr. Anirudh, and thank you all for joining us. If you like this video, share it with your friends and family, especially those who would like to get a mental detox. This is almost like a mini course on mental detox, and send it to those who really, really need it. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you'd like more Ayurveda updates. Also, don't forget, you can always get a personalized Vaidya guidance at the number on the screen. Thank you so much again. Jai Gurudev.